and Joe about dead Gaza babies, in his words, showing up in everybody's social media feeds. Let's go ahead and take a listen to that. I love this conversation because I think people, those of us who went to college, give a lot more credit to college courses for how the world works than I do. This is not about critical race theory on college campus. This is about Iran. Iran and Qatar have come up with a disinformation campaign that they are running through TikTok and Instagram that is massive. If you are a young person, you open up your phone and all you see is dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby, Diddy, dead Gaza baby, dead Gaza baby. That's not DEI. That is a geo.
All right, guys. So, we're gonna do a quick review. Um, and we're gonna go over some basic stuff. Uh, anyway, sorry about that. Miss Munoz, I'm assuming you can hear me. Um, so we're gonna do a quick review, and I wanted to bring up a P&L tracker that I have. And this may give you guys some ideas. And you may say, Leanna, you've been trading for I don't know how long. How come you haven't done this before? And I'm just gonna say, shut up. So anyway, I decided I had been tracking my profit and loss, but I was more tracking it unofficially. And I was tracking it kind of by the week, and also the broker that I use, they track it too, so I can track it by the week. And I was kind of just using that, but it's better for me to use my own spreadsheet because then I can see stuff better, get a little bit more granular, get the exact amount I'm making or losing, and it's just one of those things that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put it down on paper for eternity so I won't forget and say, hey, that week that I lost blah blah blah, I'm gonna track that. And so right now for today, very just set it and forget it style. Um, it's just I set my price to buy in and my price to sell. I've done my goal for the week. So I'm not gonna be too cray cray anymore because I've already got where I wanted to go. But basically I just wanted to show my P&L tracker and how it's working. And we can call this a fake number right here that's in here. So don't be thinking I'm like rolling in the money. We'll just call that a fake number. But you have the date, which this column you put as a date, and then this is a day column. And I want to track the day because I want to find out, hey, maybe I find out on Fridays I don't trade very well. So maybe I don't trade as much on Fridays, or I change up my approach to slow my roll. Then profit loss here. This is a currency column, and obviously if it's negative, you just put a negative in front of it. Then I'm going to track the week. So basically, we're in week 41, October 6th, and Monday through Friday, that will be 41. And then weekly total profit and loss. So what this will do is it will add up the total. How am I doing this? Let me see. Uh, Yeah, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, this will do the total. I was thinking I can't do it each day or whatever, but this will be the total, weekly total per week. And I may have to change up how this does because tomorrow it's going to have the same thing, so that won't be accurate. So I'll have to fix things, fix my equation because it's not gonna make sense the way it's being done here. So I'll correct my equation. But basically, this is going to give you the daily total. We'll probably do a daily total, and then we'll probably do a weekly total. And or we'll just probably do, yeah, we'll probably do a daily, I think. But I'll correct it. And then my strategy, I may use more than one strategy. I probably will. Today, I just looked at it as using day options. Some of the strategies may be swing options. Actually, I think it was a swing option because I did do initially swing um option. Um swing option. And I should say executed option. Um so I'll call this and I probably should call this was executed option, and it was a swing because if anything that lasts over a day, I'm gonna call it a swing. And then we have whether it was positive or negative. So I'm gonna start tracking. I may change this around, but I think you guys should know because it's something that will be good to look at. All right. So let's see. Okay. I wanted to. Jesus. Alright. So now. Alright, so now we'll do this really quickly. It was an update today, but it started out slow. AMD, they had some news. Miss Munoz read about it, but basically something to do with do you remember what it was, Munoz, about their chip? They have an offer from some company that they're gonna buy a percentage of the company, or the company's gonna buy a percentage of them. So they went up like crazy today, but it's misleading because I was actually shorting this. So I shorted it in the beginning of the day. And then as you can see, it came up to VWAP and kind of just continued to go down. Um, it came up basically in the pre-market today. That's where it came up. And it had a wick. Sometimes when you see these wicks down, I tend to think that that means it will go down. So I don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow, but I'm thinking this will continue to go down. As you can see, on Friday, um, we were here at 165, and then you woke up Monday morning and you made $40 basically. Or if you got out here, uh, you made what, 35, 45, 55, $60, which I would have got out here. Anyway, this is a crazy wick up, and it just went nuts. And I hope it continues to come up. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But this definitely is this all-time highs? I can't tell if it's all-time highs or let's try to zoom in and see it. I'm actually curious. What do you guys think? I can't really tell this little plus signs in the way, but it's this back in March of 2024 may have been a little bit higher, but for all intents and purposes, this is about to crack all-time highs again. So, um, if you really like it, you can get back in, but I personally think it kind of wicked up before and it kind of went down crazy. So just be aware of what it did before. It didn't last. It may still come back up, but I would think you would have to think that this is gonna come back down. I think that will be the normal thing to think. Um, but hey, if you like it, you like it, and that's that. But basically, you missed the best of this, and this is trending down. I'm gonna see where it's at tomorrow. If it bounces up a little bit more, I may short it again. We'll see. Tesla, it's got positive. This is more realistic, 5.5%. When you look at Tesla, it started to do what AMD did, come slide down, but then Tesla being Tesla, it came back up. I was in this as a not short, I was in this as a long, and it did what it did. And I got out, got a few pesos, but as you can see, Tesla closed here, and then you woke up. It was 4:30. You woke up this morning. It was 441. That's $11. And then if you held it, you could have got as high as basically almost 455. So money's on the table. Money was everywhere. And then when you look at this, you have around December. We're coming back up to this December of last year, obviously. Um, and we're looking at that being all-time high. And we seem like we're going to be in a race for surpassing the previous all-time high back in December. And we're going to be going to a new all-time high if we can make it. So we'll see. Let's see if we crack that $500 range. Other than that, the 5.5 from Tesla, everything else, there wasn't, you had some threes here, Uber, EBC, Eastern guys. If you like banks, look at this one. I like it a lot better than Bank of America. it's not a small bank. It's what I consider a medium-sized bank, medium size, and they're just buying another local bank here, Harbor One. You need to look at this one. This is a really, really good one. Um, it opened up at $10. It IPO'd fairly recently at $10. And, I've been singing its praise. I've been trying to find areas to get back into it. And it got down to like about 14 and change, 15, and it never got lower than that. So, um, that's that. But get in it if you can. Um, I mean, not Apple, but American Airlines, um, also came back up today. Um, is it time to buy it? You guys know what I say. Um, maybe 4 days ago, one, two, three, last week, when it seemed like it got right at this 11. Um, if it goes down tomorrow and you like it, buy it. It will come up for the you know, end of the year time or whatever. So you might as well look at it. Microsoft was good. Uh, hmm, MU 1.5. Boeing 1.4%. Um, 0.71%. But for Netflix, that equates to over $8. Um, XOM, Q's, Amazon, these were all, even though they're under 1%, um, up. Meta, they all were technically positive. Um, as we go down, Mensana, 0.5%. Nike, NVDA. Nike continued to go. I got out of my Nike this morning. Made like $275 or something like that. Um, I could have waited, uh, but I decided to get out. Uh, as you can see, I got out right here, and if I had waited, be a lot richer, but I didn't. I took my 276 or whatever it was, 280, and ran with it. Even though I had a very good feeling this was gonna come down. But I just took it and ran with it. If it pops up, probably try to get back in. Um, NVDA, this was playing sympathy with AMD. Um, AMD went down, crash and burn. This kind of went up, down. It was all over the place. I tried to stay long on this, but it was so weak. I honestly I probably liked the short better than the long on it. Um because even if you get at 185, 184, then it went all the way up to, yeah, I guess the long was better, but I just didn't like the long on here. Um I tried to be patient with this, but I just got out of this because it just aggravating me, and it aggravated me because I was looking at AMD too, and I knew I wanted to short AMD, and this thing was screwing me up because in theory I was thinking short NVDA, but because AMD had popped up so much, it didn't make sense to short NVDA, even though they a lot of times follow each other. So um Caro Avis down 4%. Um, this thing has gotten back up to um $150. Interesting. Huh. Hmm. Well, so here, Avis, it looks like oh, what happened here? It was all over the place. It looked like it was crashing and burning and then came back up. If it pops up, all you can say is, hey, crash and burn tomorrow. Put this on our notes to look at this, Miss Munoz. Um, Avis for short. Um, Other than that, that 4%, that was about it. P time. I'm waiting for this to get to $3 coming down. Um, Dollar Tree is nothing to write home about. It's just doing its own thing. And that's basically it. Um, it's just it seems like you have the haves and the have-nots. But I had a good day today. You know, I was there with the spy. And basically I shorted it all day, even though I did take some longs, and I'll just show you where I took my longs at specifically. So as you can see, you can find out. I think I took a long here a little bit because I wanted to go up, but it was slow, so slow rolling. I had to do a short here for my option. And then as I saw it kind of leveled out, and 1030 is my key metrics. I like to see it pop up a little bit around between 10:45, I mean 9:45 and 10. But if that doesn't happen, it's kind of a slow roll, and then it may be going down. I thought maybe we had a down day today, but then when it started to level out around 10 and started to come up at 10:30, close to 10:30, I was like, all right, I can try. I was trying to do, I had both calls and longs. And when we did a little drop down, I got out of my puts and I went all on with the long because then I could see it was coming up. Once we get like around right here, a little bit past VWAP, it was like 1, 2, 3. And so I saw we were coming up. So then I would have got in um uh somewhere around here. I got in for the calls after it dipped and I saw it came back. I got in, got rid of my puts and tried to minimize my losses, maybe 100, and then got calls and I went in long all the way. And every time I got out of a call when it dipped, I got some more calls and I didn't get into a put until lunchtime. So right at lunchtime, I got a put and I kept the put until around this time between 12:15, 12:20. I got out of that put and I think I may have let it go back up and got another put. Or I just kind of watched it and then at 1 p.m., which was around here, I got I may have got a short and you know, I kind of averaged in or so. No, I didn't average in. I thought I got a short run here. I may have got a short. It may have went down a little bit and I got out. And then um at 1 p.m., 1 to 2, my goal was to go long. And so that would have been to 14, so 13 to 14. My goal was to go long, and I did. And then 14 to 16, my goal was to go short, and I did. And that was it. Nikete, I showed you that. Tesla, I showed you that. That was just something in and out with the options. But yeah, that was it, guys. If you like options, trade the SPY and the Qs. Let me look at the Qs real quick. It seems like it's probably the same thing. Oh, it's slightly different. The Q's a little bit less volatile on the downturn. Um, but it did come back down between 10:30 and like 10:40. It did start to come down again, which I wouldn't like that. I kind of like the way the S&P did, more rounded up here, but hey, and it came back. So, I didn't get into the Qs. I just did the SPY today. Um, but yeah, you could have done the Qs. All right, guys, that's it. I have nothing more. Miss Munoz, do you want to talk about anything or say anything to anyone? Um, do you have any comments? Comments, Miss Munoz? Let me put in the chat. Miss Munoz must not be paying attention, or her audio must be terrible. But anyway, hopefully Miss Munoz got the notes. Peace, guys. Please like, subscribe. If you have any questions, just let us know, and we'll see you tomorrow. And have a good trading day tomorrow. And I hope you had a good one today. Bye.